And I was very skeptical when I saw all that kind of like a pills, capsules, because in
Hmm.
aren't they? I mean, they could be processed. They could be a lot of fillers in there. Let's say even if they're not, let's say that they're very, very pure or made with a lot of conscious, but still it's processed. It wouldn't be better just to get the herb and just boil it or mm, something, or in is that
Right.
okay? Good.
If you can get it. But you have to understand when you're dealing with plants, there's certain plants you may need at certain times in your life. If you have a common cold, there's certain herbs that you need to consume, and it may be in pill form, and you can take it in pill form and it'll work. Or you go and get it naturally. Say, for instance, if it's garlic, I'd rather take a real garlic clove versus a garlic pill and
That's
get the
right.
best,
Yes.
because it's alive. It's still alive. Even though it's picked, it still have live enzymes in it that will affect your system a lot quicker than a pill.
I heard. I mean, someone said here, use enzymes, buy enzymes, right? And capsules. And I was very skeptical that too because do they come alive when you get them in?
Well, actually, it depends on the particular type of enzyme. It's
Uh-huh.
always better to get your enzymes through plants. Like, say, for instance, if you're going to get a digestive enzyme to help you to break down a protein,
Mm-hmm.
you can go to the drugstore or you can go to a health store and get bromelain. Bromelain is an enzyme that's derived from pineapple. Or you can just go get a fresh pineapple and eat it. But you got to remember the top of the pineapple, where the leaves are coming out?
Mm-hmm.
You peel that off, you see a little small embryo. A lot of people don't understand and know this. That embryo is about 2 to 3 inches tall. That's where most of the bromelain, that enzyme to break down the food, is in that particular embryo, not the
Yeah.
sweet part of the pineapple.
Oh, okay. Because I'm buying pineapples myself, and I have
Hmm.
bromelain too because I have uric acid because I don't process very well proteins, so
Hmm.
I get all this swelling and thing in my joints, and it's painful. And so, do you recommend then those that I take those pills?
I recommend getting it from the source, and that is the pineapple.
The
But
pineapple.
if you don't have a pineapple on you, they will work for you.
So at the end, how about extracts? Talking about extracts, they're also very popular now. Um, I get uh, I don't know. I have several. Do you recommend that form?
It just depends. It depends on which one and
What
your
is your
condition.
favorite? How do you combine all? And because
My
we're
favorite
gonna,
herbs,
yeah, no forms,
see, oh,
forms.
the raw forms, the
The
raw living form is my favorite because I'm a living human being, and there's
mhm.
certain things that I come in contact with in life. You could have COVID, you could have a common cold. So there's certain particular types of plants, but you have to get to know your body. I always tell people your body is like a marriage. If you married and you understand that relationship, that's the same communication and relationship you need to have with your liver, your stomach, your gallbladder, every organ, every cell in the body. Once you communicate with it, it's going to communicate back. And all you have to do is go and get the natural compounds that your body needs to fix whatever situation that it's in.
What you just said is very deep. I'm taking classes myself every week, live classes about magnotherapy. So I want to be able one day to be able to heal other people, me, my kids, or whatever, with magnets. We learned this Friday how the organs are like a feng shui rules. This is the mom of this, and this hurts this, and these are the husband and wife. I don't know. It is so complicated. I mean, but
It's complicated, but it's very simple. And I like
it
your analogy and how you put it in place because it
yes.
kind of reminds you of your car. If your car is making a sound, you're going to find out what the sound is. If your car is low on oil, antifreeze,
Mm-hmm.
whatever, you understand your car well enough to fix it. Sometimes
Yes.
you can fix it or you can take it to a mechanic and they can fix it, but you already know what's wrong with it. So
Yes.
that same principle for your car should be towards the same as your body and your health.
I
That's a
mean,
question that you would have to ask the manufacturers of the chickens and the beef.
but I mean,
I just,
imagine I'm your son,
okay.
and and you're feeding me and every day, and I'm coming from school, and you're my dad, and you're gonna take good care of me. What kind of what would you pay attention? I mean, what would you be looking into the
For
and
my child.
and yeah, no, what I mean, and the, how do you call that, and the
And
labels, I mean, what is that you need to avoid in meats and
mhm.
things like that.
Well, a lot of times if you can't pronounce it, you shouldn't really eat it. That's
Ah!
that's one thing you should look at. So if you
Yes.
go and get packaged food and you don't really know what the word is and can't pronounce the word, why consume the word? So it's
Yeah.
all about educating yourself. But if you can see an apple, you know what an apple is, eat an apple. If you see some eggs, eat some eggs. You know, if it says free range, always try to stick to the most simplest, basic way of taking care of your health. You have to understand that if you're going to eat some canned food, it may have certain compounds in it that your organs and cells may not like, so it will disrupt the whole balance of your digestive system. But if you go and you consume some garlic tea, to heal your stomach. You remember back when we were young and children, if we had an upset stomach, our parents would give us ginger ale. Well, it's the ginger. Why not just nowadays consume the ginger?
Ginger.
Boil your
Yeah,
water.
that's
Yeah, put your ginger in there. That's what I give my kids. I make sure my children have cod liver oil for their brain because it's got certain essential fatty acids that helps a young child's mind to develop. I make sure they consuming garlic because we live in an extremely toxic environment. A lot of people are sick out there. Ginger, just basic things,
yeah.
greens, chicken soup, free range chicken soup, all the good things that you and I have grown up consuming is kind of lost to the younger generation. So it's up to us to spread the information where we as parents can give this information to our children.
Can you
Correct.
describe me a little bit of what how do you go about with coaching,
So,
educating, and producing
right.
something?
So a lot of the people that reach out to me, it's always health related. And a lot of the people want to go back to the basics. The basic is starting to put more natural compounds in their bodies to make them feel better, look better. Um, I have a smoothie, the one you was consuming is called a dendritic smoothie. So what it does is it causes all the important organs to purge, the liver, your gallbladder, your pancreas, your kidneys. So if you've had over the years accumulated toxic heavy metals, um, certain different compounds, or even if you backed up, what it's going to do is going to cause your organs to purge. And when they purge, they secrete an abundant amount of enzymes, move things out of the system. So you have bowel movement, frequent bowel movements. And it also, if you have visceral fat, and you may want to interpret this is when you've accumulated excess amounts of body fat. That's where a lot of the toxic heavy metals, the harmful toxic heavy metals reside. And it can, formulate all different chronic and debilitating illnesses. Well, it emulsifies the fat where it liberates it into the blood. And once it's liberated in the blood, then the liver's responsibility is to break these compounds down and move it out of the system. And I have a herbal company from Men's Herbs, which helps a lot of men out there that have either libido issues, testosterone
Mm-hmm.
issues, and it's all natural. It's all 100% herbs, even all the way down to the capsules, vegetarian capsules. That's all I use. And what it does is it just helps rejuvenate the cells that you're starting to deplete. Women's balances hormones. You have pain support.
A friend of mine from Monterrey is asking, what would you recommend to give energy that will not cause problems to the liver? Something that creates energy. I mean, you can get and you just create natural energy.
One thing, I don't know if he's a coffee drinker, but if he likes teas, he can have peppermint tea or even green tea and
Green
get
tea.
some MCT oil or just pure coconut oil. Coconut oil has a compound called medium chain triglycerides. Medium chain triglycerides feed your mitochondrions. So I don't want to get too technical. The mitochondria are little power energies in your cells that provide your brain 25% of your brain requires these particular type of energy. Well, that is the particular oil that it loves, and that comes from a coconut. Coconut oil, you got fish, cod liver oil, or just eating wild caught fish has certain oils in it that your cells love. That alone will give you the kind of energy that is
Can
needed.
let me my friend understands very well English, but and just in case, lo que él está recomendando es bastante el aceite de coco y también el bacalao, el pescado de bacalao o también el aceite del pescado de bacalao, pero también el té verde, pero probably not that late, right? Because then when you take the green tea after a certain time, then you will
Yes.
not be able to sleep. I have a lot of green tea here in my place, but I cannot take it after noon or something. I was gonna say,
Hmm.
just to start breaking myths. Someone told me I used to cook with coconut oil,
Hmm.
and I used to use it a lot. Okay, he told me stop doing that because just the way it looks, it will end up in your body, and you will have issues on your veins or in your blood because it will be just like that. It will
Kristen,
suck
right.
crystal. Yeah.
I can't really uh, say if it's a myth or if it's not a myth. I cook with coconut oil. I cook with olive oil. I even cook with apricot and avocado oil and with red palm oil as well. Red palm oil can probably withstand higher temperatures, and even coconut can handle higher temperatures than olive oil. So it's just I cook with it, but when I do cook with olive oil, I'll always mix a little bit of water with it when I cook.
Okay. Yeah, okay, very interesting. Because every time I go and I'm not using it anymore. I think I need to start changing that information in my head. I think it makes sense when he told me that, and I kind of got worried about it. And so if you put a little bit of water, that will probably help a little bit. You can
Yeah,
use it.
you really shouldn't cook anything at really high temperatures.
Yeah.
You because if you cooking your vegetables, you always want to keep that dark green look. And when you keep the vegetables and fruits, or whatever you're cooking, in as close to as natural as you getting the enzymes, is the natural color is what you really should be
Yes.
trying to consume.
So yes. You want them crunchy. If you're getting the broccoli, you want them a little bit crunchy, still alive in
Correct.
something in there. So it's very important to bite your food because your mouth gets. I mean, that's the first organ, right? Your tongue and everything that will just start preparing the
Well,
food and take.
when you correct, I'm so sorry. When you chew, you release an enzyme. You remember I
Mhm.
keep talking
Yeah.
about the enzymes. You release an enzyme called amylase. Amylase starts the process of breaking down the food, but mostly complex carbohydrates like fruits and vegetables. It doesn't break down the meat. That has to get into the system, and then your stomach and pancreas secretes other enzymes to break down the proteins.
If I'm gonna get a shot of tequila
Right.
a day because I want,
Mhm.
um, is it better during the day or night?
Well, I'm not a drinker by any means, so I couldn't tell you when's the best time to drink tequila. But I can tell you that if you are a tequila drinker, whether it's in the morning or in the afternoon, always have either some oils, some nuts and seeds before you drink or after you drink, because when you consume alcohol, it affects the liver. The oils protect. Yes,
Estoy
yes.
con Ladell Hill, entrenador o coach alimenticio nutricional y aparte él es un emprendedor en la rama de la nutrición. So you were saying if you're gonna have if
Tequila.
tequila or any alcohol, it's good to have some kind of nuts or I mean
Yes,
some.
walnuts. You have walnuts, you have even coconut oil. Take a couple of tablespoons of coconut oil because it's going to give you energy anyways, but it protects your liver. The liver has to have a certain type of a fat. Cod liver oil is another one. Plus, if you don't want a hangover after, when you drink alcohol, it affects the liver because of the particular types of compounds. The oil protects the liver, so it'll eliminate any forms of hangover that you have.
Ladell,
Good.
tell me more about how the people can benefit from a coach like you, and tell us a little bit about you're probably one of your customers or customers just to my friends and audience they know that the type of the level in you are because you're very popular and you know what you're doing.
My backstory is I learned from my grandfather. My grandfather taught me all about herbs. I grew up on a farm. So my ultimate goal in life and passion in life is just to help the individuals go back to the basics. The basics to me is how I was taught as a child to eat everything that the Creator has provided for us. And that's the best way to stay out of harm's way. If you're going to follow someone, follow the scriptures, follow, the natural way of taking care of your health. I have a company called Taste of Earth. They can find me,
Earth.
tasteoferth.com. So I'm an herbalist. I'm a coach. You can find me online, ladellhill.com or just Facebook. Ladell Hill Nature's Man is what they call me. You can find me on Facebook and Taste of Earth, Instagram, IG. That's the
Is
best
this
way to,
this is the one that I just put on the screen is taste of earth, right? .com.
yes, yes.
And then they can get the handles and everything from there, right?
They can get that. My Facebook, Nature's Man. They call me Nature's Man because I'm always in the woods gathering herbs and mushrooms and whatever is going to help me enhance my health.
Okay, I have before more about you and your business. Tell me something. I'm very confused because I have two different friends that I love and respect a lot. They're two beautiful women that are my friends, are cancer survivors.
Okay.
And I mean, the other day, one of them, in Thanksgiving, a lot of friends came here and she saw my cream, my coffee creamer, and
Hmm.
she's like, "Why are you taking?" She takes it very, very, very serious. Why are you
Hmm.
taking this? This is so bad for you.
She's
Because,
right.
yeah, she said, you know what? She said, imagine someone tells you you only have 1 year left or less. Someone told her that. I mean, a doctor, right? Long time ago. That was like 7 years ago. So
Hmm.
she's crazy about what she eats and about what she breathes. I mean, she's very conscious and she trying to always have other people to be alert because she lived it. Well, the same situation I have with another friend, okay?
Hmm.
She's the same thing. One, the same thing. She is so concerned. If she sees me with this, she will be, what is this? No, right? And then, but one says that drink tap water. Okay, the one that didn't like the coffee creamer, she said, no, 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 just open the water, tap water. That's it. And the other one says, no, 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 no. You need a filter. So tell me, and then we went to this website where you can go and check the zip code, and it will tell you how bad the water
The water.
and your zip code is I forgot
Right.
WG whatever.
Hmm.
I'll provide it in a little bit. But what would you say about water?
Well, there's a lot of different types of water out there now. You have the alkaline water, which if you eat I would say 60% raw plants, whether it's a lot of salads,
Mm-hmm.
even blanched vegetables, you're getting the alkalinity that your blood requires. The balance is supposed to be 7.35 to 7.45. So if you eat more leafy greens, you are going to get your alkalinity back up. Alkaline water, tap water, spring water. I prefer distilled water. Distilled water has zero in it. If I need minerals and vitamins, I get them out of my food, like my salads, my spinach, my kale, things like that. I'm not a big fan of tap water by any means. I like filtered water. I have a filtration system on my fridge. It's just a cleaner source of water. I won't say I don't trust, but I just prefer to know what I'm putting into my body. So if I had my choice, I would drink distilled water.
Distilled waters taste horrible.
It really shouldn't taste like anything because
Yeah,
it
I know,
has,
but it tastes. Oh my god. I use distilled water for other things, but to
what
clean
about
my.
putting what about putting lemons and things like that? Everyone, if they like lemons, chop up some lemons, chop up some
Yes, yes.
celery.
Hmm.
Just doing that alone, celery in some
But
water,
is
cleans your kidneys.
what distilled water? What does it have in it? What doesn't have in it?
Nothing. It doesn't have
Nothing.
anything. It's
And
just
it,
pure nothing. But when you go and get spring water and different types of water, they put fluoride, different compounds in it that you may not need in your body.
yes, 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 yes. Okay, then well, you I kind of got that clear, but tap water is that what do you think about tap water? Would you cook with tap water?
Oh, absolutely.
Really?
Absolutely. Absolutely.
You just
But
like
not all
that?
the time because I have filtered water. So I prefer filtered water, but I will cook with tap water because they have a system where it cleans the water. But once again, you take a shower in tap water. It's not
Yes.
it's not a filter. So the
And
best way around all the toxins that we're dealing with and we're faced with on a daily basis is to flush. No matter what type of flush you do, you
yes,
have to get things out of the body because you don't want the accumulation of these toxic heavy metals and other toxins
in
that
your
we
body.
ingesting just in the air. If you live in a major city like you and I, you're dealing with car pollution on a daily. Well, those toxic heavy metals we're ingesting gets in our lungs, gets in our blood, goes to our fat. Now you have a toxic heavy metal that has the half-life of 25 years in your fat tissue unless you constantly elimination
Can you
stages.
eliminate heavy metals?
Yes.
And can you tell me what is heavy metal? Because people talks about that a lot, and I've been. What is actually a
Well,
heavy metal?
I give you a quick
Iron
story. I
Maiden.
hope I don't lose you, but I have a client that smokes cigars.
Uh huh.
That that blue smoke, that's a toxic heavy metal. Car pollution, that's toxic heavy metal. It has the half-life, so when you ingest it, it gets in the lungs, gets in the bloodstream, so it finds your visceral fat wherever your body you're starting to store fat, and it resides there and for 25 years, and it can pop up when your immune system starts dropping, and when it does, it can cause all forms of chronic conditions from cancer. The most common cancers are epithelial cancers. So that toxic heavy metal could be linked. I'm not saying it is. It could be linked to the different types of cancer and the different types of viruses and bacteria that dealing with on a daily basis. So when you provide your organs, say for instance your gallbladder, what it needs, it will purge. When it purges, it secretes bowel sores. Bowel source emulsifies fat. So that toxic heavy metal that's in the fat gets liberated into the blood. Then it gets to the liver. Your liver's already purging because your diet and what you're consuming is going to break down the toxic heavy metal. Your kidneys, or you're going to have bowel movement. You get it out of your system. Cilantro is a very, very good detoxifier to help get rid of toxic heavy metals.
I love cilantro. I just got an brand new how do you call
Juicer?
No, no, I just bought it fresh the other day. The whole packet, the whole.
Okay.
How do you
Little
call that?
bundle, yeah.
Okay. Yes. And I like to actually sometimes just bite on it and just put it under my tongue. I really like the taste of cilantro, big time. Or just throw it. Yesterday I did chicken and I just throw so many leaves on it, and
So
and and I love it. I
so
just cilantro is
so
great.
so maybe so maybe that's why you like the smoothie. Maybe I just need to add a little extra cilantro so it
You do your smoothies are like I mean, you just produce few, right? You don't have a massive production of those, right? They're
no,
very
no.
natural. You just sell it to
Yeah,
your customers, your friends, or
mostly
what's
my clients. It started out I worked with quite a few celebrities and the celebrity clients that I was working with, they were always on TV and they needed a quick, very fast way of losing weight. So I started making it for them because this is something that I consume.
so
And
and
it
the
just started spreading.
losing weight. Can I put a friend, one of our sponsors and friend and content provider here on the screen with us? This is Aaron. ¿Cómo estás?
Buenas tardes, ¿cómo están?
Very good.
How are you?
Se ve bien
Hi, sir.
chistoso.
How you doing?
I'm doing wonderful. It's nice to meet you.
Nice to
Hey,
meet you too.
Ladell, this guy, you know what? He doesn't eat well. He doesn't rest well. He's under stress all the time. Customers in front of him. He's a
Hmm.
celebrity. He probably needs your juice, your smoothie.
Yes, I need your smoothie, whatever thing green leaf you put on there. But I'm healthy. I'm
Just
healthy.
kidding. I never
So,
say you're
but
not
no, but
healthy.
I was listening your comments. But what about cactus? El
Oh,
Love
nopal.
cactus. Love
No
cactus.
cactus?
Oh, I do. I have it in my smoothie.
Okay.
Yep.
why you say
Because
no
Not all of them.
cactus?
It's mostly seasonal.
Oh,
okay,
It's
okay.
it's
Here
seasonal. I use the
in
cactus.
America it's seasonal, but in Mexico we have cactus all year long.
Right. Okay.
And many people in Mexico used to have the cactus when they have diabetes in order
Hmm.
to reduce the sugar in their
There you
blood and all those kind of
exactly.
things.
Exactly. And
Is
it
it
works.
true?
Yes, it's very true. Which I once again I don't make claims, but
Yeah, I
I
know.
have known people that have consumed it and it lowers their sugar level.
Okay,
And
okay.
cinnamon will do the same thing because of a certain mineral that it has in it called chromium picolinate.
But the cinnamon in the powder, the sticks of cinnamon, the tea, or what? How can you
Yeah,
consume the?
you can use the powder. You can take the sticks and make a tea with it. Mix it with your spearmint. Mix it with your other particular types of teas that you like. Peppermint. Just certain, teas like that. Sassafras. There's a lot of different herbs that we as humans can consume that will provide our organs and cells with exactly what it needs to become stronger and rejuvenate the cells. See, my theory is we as humans, we're not giving our bodies what it requires to rejuvenate cells. That is the most important things we need to stay focused on, is how to get our system to rejuvenate and feel vibrant and young at all times.
Okay. And what about to clean, to detox your digestive system, specialize in the liver? Because right now, with all
Hmm.
the parties that you are invited, you drink alcohol, and eventually you need to
Correct.
detox your liver
Correct.
or something like that.
Yes, the smoothies would do that. You just a quick synapses on your liver. Your liver is about 4.5 pounds. It has three phases. Phase one secretes a different, about 60 different types of enzymes to get rid of all man-made chemical compounds.
Okay.
Phase two of the liver gets rid of dead cells, like when your blood becomes sticky from eating certain types of food, your blood's very acidic, viruses, bacteria. Or phase two of the liver gets rid of the dead cells, which are called necrotic debris. That's what causes skin abnormalities, and the list goes on and on and on. there are certain compounds that you can consume in plants to feed phase one, phase two, and phase three of the liver. So when it cleans the blood, it breaks it down, gets rid of it. Those particular types of compounds are in the smoothie.
You're thinking about these different functions, right? The
Right.
organ has, and
Hmm.
where you need to trigger to make him react or do something to do the
Right.
moves and all that. What how do you say, bowels and all those? But not
Correct.
really to react, right?
Right.
To start trying to purifying itself.
Hmm.
How can you make it? How how can more people take advantage of your smoothies or another guy like you
Right. So the next
without,
phase.
yeah, what is the next phase to really really be affordable, number one? Second,
Hmm.
said that we have access, not just the
Right.
money but access to it.
So the next phase is I'm going to put together packages where it's just going to have the key ingredients, and I will teach or have a layout how to make certain types of juice that people like, and they would just add the key ingredients to get their organs to activate. Because the particular type of smoothie that I make, it's bioavailable nutrients. You're dealing with from collard greens to Brussels sprouts, all the different types of fruits and leafy greens. Then you have the active ingredient, which are the herbs. So you're feeding the organs and cells, and you causing them to respond and do what is necessary to get certain things out of your body during these holiday seasons that we've accumulated, things that we like, whether it's alcohol or,
Tamales.
sugary foods. Yeah.
Tamales. Hey, by the way,
Tamales.
tamales, tamales y tortilla, ¿cómo se llama? Gorditas. Um, do you have a like a special processing
For the smoothie or
Like
for the
a
yeah,
juice?
special
so
blenders.
blenders or so
Not
how do you
really.
call,
Not
no?
Vitamixer. Vitamixer works fine, and then a very, very high-end juicer. That's all
Yes,
you primarily
like
need. And then it's different phases of putting these compounds together, and you have to know the right dosage for an individual.
how long have you been experimenting with this? Hey,
I was taught when I was 5.
okay,
Oh,
okay, wow. Yeah,
so you are
And
no
now I'm
longer experimenting. You are
right.
just
So
using along.
so how it all started was my grandfather taught me, and my grandfather couldn't read, write, or drive. He was a medicine man, and if you got some age on you, you understand what a medicine man. It's just something that he knows. It was
natural.
passed down. Right. It was passed down. So for me, I was passionate about my grandfather because I used to ride on a wagon in a small town with him with a team of mules, and he used to go into the town and give people herbs. So I wanted to know how he knew. And I needed more than just him giving someone some herbs. So I started studying biochemistry at a very early age. So I would say 70% of all raw plants, I know exactly the compound and how it interacts on a cellular level in the human body when you consume it.
Yeah, that's the nice thing about any kind of any person that has a passion for healing, with Reiki, with magnets, with whatever, with food, like you. I believe there is that we should have the burning desire in our hearts to make it more close to science. For you to grow into this is not like selling sodas
Well,
or
right. So for me, all the herbs, the smoothies, that's all secondary. That's just something that I have. My passion lies with me educating and being on shows such as what you have here to educate the masses about there are alternative ways of getting your health back. So my passion lies with speaking.
That when you put something in your uh, in your feet and they absorb all the toxins,
Hmm.
what is that system looks like? Because looks like very nasty, but I don't know what is the process, if it's real or not. And the second is, where can we learn more about you and try your delicious juices.
No, they're
Yeah.
not delicious. I
I
just
don't know.
Well,
wanna.
You never
actually,
know. You don't
actually,
try.
actually, 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 I've been working on it, so the taste is a little bit better
Don't
now.
worry.
So,
Don't make him good. Don't make him good. Then I will not
but
like him.
right, but I will say this much. A lot of times when you consuming a lot of bitter herbs, that's what the pancreas loves is bitter herbs because if you give it too much sweet herbs and sweet things, it will cause the insulin level to spike, and then next thing you know, you have diabetes. And diabetes is running rampant in the African American community and the Latino community. So let's get back to the basics and get these bitter herbs in our system where we feeding our bodies what it needs indigenously. And you know how I feel about living a life of indigenous.
Yes, you should be. Next show, I'm gonna invite you and Chief Lee Plenty Wolf. Remember him?
Mm-hmm.
Yep, yep.
He's
Yes, of
he was
course.
with us the other day. It was
Mm-hmm.
beautiful show. I was gonna say, but Aaron was asking. There's some we
In the
there's a
top of
rep.
your feet, some
Yeah,
like
you put
a
in your feet.
sticker or
You
something.
if you put like onions on your on your food, or they said
Yeah,
it's
I've
good
heard
for you.
that's right. That's an old remedy, and I don't know whether it works or it doesn't work. And then there's where you can soak your feet, and it's supposed to get the toxins out. I really don't know enough about it to comment. I just pretty much like to stay in my lane, and my lane is if you come to me with a situation, I'm passionate about providing your cells and organs what it needs to bring your body back into balance.
Are you producing some smoothies
For
these
you,
days?
absolutely. You let me know, and I can get you smoothies.
Yes, yes, yes. I need few. I need few, and I need to make an order for my customers. I'm gonna bring one for him because um I want to see his face when he's try it. I'm just kidding. I just Anyway, thank you so much, Ladell
No,
Hill.
you see it.
With
You look at his face 2 days when he's on
yes.
it because he's going to show you he's going to show you in his face how it makes him feel. That's the most important.
Look, I'm gonna tell you this. I anytime that I have a very good cleanse in my body, I start writing. I don't know why, but I wrote something. I finished a song. I don't know why is that, Ladell. But every time I have a like a couple days diarrhea or something, and or that I feel that I clean my system,
Hmm.
I want to start writing.
So you believe in magnets, I'm
Yes, sir.
understanding.
Yeah.
Magnets have a lot of energy in it. Well, guess what? So does the food that you consume. If
Hmm.
you consume good food, even if it doesn't taste the best, but it's good for you, that energy exudes out of you.
Yes, and I think it has something to do with creativity
Absolutely.
and
Absolutely.
spirituality, and the ideas come because I believe when I write, it's not really that I'm making the writing. It's just that I take the time to listen to my whoever is giving it to me, and that's the way I see it. It is just that I just clear my my how do you call my channel. It's like I clean
Channel.
the channel, and it's like, okay, come in, give me all that. Look, Ladell, I'm taking my microdoses. Those are my microdoses that I take every day, four
Awesome.
times a week, a day, 4 times a day, and I'm on it. I'm on it, my friend. So this is have a nice one. Thank you so much. Es
Thank you.
Ladell Hill. Él es un entrenador de salud. No, él es, pues ha sido humilde, pero él tiene una relación con grandes celebridades en los Estados Unidos, muchas personas, nombres ya cuando se vaya voy a decir algunos que él conoce.
Pero estaba viendo que también participa en CNN,
Sí,
escribe artículos en el Atlanta Journal Constitution y los
sí.
productos que tiene su website son bastante accesibles en el precio. I'm saying that you are frequent interviewer in CNN, you write for AJC once in a while, and your products, I was browsing your website, Mr. Hill, and looks very pretty affordable. It's not a big deal about get in track with your health again. Thank you, Mr. Hill.
Thank you.
Tómate la dosis que te viene bien. Tómate la dosis que te viene bien.
Como padre, hijo y hermano, sé lo importante que es la familia y el impacto que puede tener un caso de migración en ella. Por más de 15 años, miles de familias han confiado en nosotros. Cada caso no es un número más, sino una oportunidad de ayudarte. En Atlanta, Ladell Hill Asociados son los abogados para ti.
Llama hoy. La primera consulta siempre es gratis. Ladell Hill Asociados, los abogados para ti.